Welcome back to another freestyle thread of analysis. So this time we're going to be looking at BRLL. As you know, and as I've actually mentioned before, this freestyle threads are actually going to be made now because the requests are coming in so heavily now that I'm actually running out of time to be able to fulfill those requests. So the freestyle thread is actually going to be me making an analysis video as fast as I can, kind of like think of it like a game of speed chess. Okay, so in this case, we're going to see what our edge can be as fast as I can. All right, so let's begin. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a BRLL Freestyle Thread of analysis. So we're going to go ahead and start this with the daily time frame. As you always know, I usually like to start the daily. Okay, so before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in and go. Okay, so we are looking at BRLL in the daily chart here. Massive downside right over here, which is actually already presenting formation for me to evaluate. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off first by looking at this upside move right here, because it is breaking some type of market structure here based on this higher low structure, and then we have a higher high. What could that mean? Well, let's take a look first as for the Fibonacci levels, as I would like to see if this top target is some type of 618 ratio, which it usually is. So let's go ahead and take it from this candle right over here, the wick high, to the low of the range itself, and let's see what we have. And what do you know? We actually do have the 4-spot 618 at 768, which is actually right in confluence with this daily candle print right over here. So we are definitely using a geometrical sense for the trading of this asset. Now let's go ahead and just take a look at now what I am looking at as far as a formation based on this, because it looks like there could actually be a bull trap in play. All right, so let's take yeah, actually it would be from right here, this candle to this point right over here, and now let's take a trend line from over here. So this, yes, so what we're seeing here is actually an ascending triangle after a downtrend. Now, usually ascending triangles, when they are presented at like during a downtrend, this can actually form a continuation to the downside. Okay, so this, in other words, this can likely be a large, like a large bull trap here. This can, if it does actually find the failure down here, then we can actually continue. The good thing is that it is above the resistance line right over here, and it looks like it's coming back up. I'm sorry, coming back down to test this newly converted resistance into now support. But please notice the candle print that we have right up here. This is a very bearish statement from BRLL, and this is a shooting star doji. So this shooting star is a very bearish setup. It is breaking market structure, coming all the way back down below the opening of this candle right here, and you can see that this is actually going to start making a descent. Okay, so now how far of a descent do we expect? Well, let's go ahead and open up some simple moving averages first. Okay, so there is the potential to where we can actually come back and catch up with the SMA 10. The SMA 10 is located at 5 cents, 5.10. We are currently trading at 7.47 cents. Okay, so there is that potential as well. Another way we can take that, the price objective is actually taking an inverse fib from the range low of today to the range high from today, and you can actually see that we do have the 1-spot 618 at 4.41 at 4 cents, and that is also, it's sharing some confluence with the SMA 10, which is located at about 509, which actually makes me curious about some EMAs. So let's load up the exponential moving averages. And it looks like we faced a little bit of support from the EMA 7 here, the 7-day exponential moving average, and now we do have the 30-day exponential moving average actually right. It shares a lot of confluence with the 1-spot 618. It's located at 409, and the 1-spot 618 is located at 441. Okay, so within the 4 cent area, this could likely be an area of support. before finding a bounce and confirming our reclaimed resistance before a continuation onto the downside, which can likely take days and weeks if we're looking at it on the daily chart here. Okay, so now let's get rid of the EMAs and get rid of the SMAs as well. We'll actually just open up the 4-hour, or actually, you know what? We'll do the bi-hourly and the hourly with the ARC-Series in Crypstex indicators, which can be available to you. Just send me a DM and we can go ahead and take a look at the details as to how to acquire this. Okay, so let's look at the 1 hour first. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is actually more like it. We're incredibly like at historical highs. Actually, yep, we've actually, no, actually there's only one iteration in the past where we just made this massive upside here. So wow. Okay, so we are looking like we're already at a very high iteration here, and Enhanced MACD is printing a bear signal on the hourly chart. So this is trying to find some downside right now, which is I can actually give this indicator some credit. Let's load up ARC-DBSI, which actually is a more of a statistical type of indicator. Where are you? Here it is. Okay, ARC-DBSI is going to give us a cumulative score of the bears versus the bulls on every green and red candle here, and it'll give us an entire score right up here. So it looks like on the hourly chart, the bulls are still leading by a very marginal percentage. So we're at 54, bears are at 46%. So now let's just test that in a shorter time frame and see what we have. Bulls are 73 in the shorter term time frame. Let's see the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly, we still have the bulls in play, and let's see the 4-hour. Okay, so the bulls are still in control right here, but we do have to consider momentum. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Enhanced MACD and see what we have as far as the RSI. Okay, so let's load up the ARC RSI now and take a look at. Okay, so the 4-hour is suggesting a continuation to the downside. The moving average is starting to pivot just a little bit, and the DBSI on the 4-hour has given us a long signal at the opening of this candle here. It could have already played out though, and also there is a 4-hour print and candle analysis right over here of a shooting star as well, so this can present some downside as well. So now let's go to a higher term time frame and look at the RSI. 8-hour is suggesting sideways trading as we approach the moving average represented by this pink line. Okay, so now we're looking at what could happen. The 12-hour is it is incredibly overbought, and it's suggesting a downside here. So it is likely for us to actually come back down and test this moving average here before a continuation to the upside. Now, this is the third largest iteration or the fourth largest iteration here. So we have one iteration here, 2, 3, and 4. So there could potentially be still some upside left for BRLL. Now the daily time frame is suggesting a downside as well from a massively overbought level. Also the fourth largest iteration that we've ever had to the upside. Okay, so this is suggesting a downside. It looks like it may actually come back down here to test this support from the 14-day moving average, which could actually be in confluence to what we're talking about, of a range in between the 4-cent area and the 5-cent area. So we can actually see a support touchdown here before a continuation on to the upside. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a complex one, so we do have to practice some very discretionary measures here. Buy daily still suggesting an aggressive upside, so we're actually going to see some sideways trading and definitely some bearish action for the next day, followed by some bullish action in the second day. Okay, so the second day may actually be just a recovery point, likely to test this top right over here before continuing on to the downside, as the 3-day is suggesting a downside continuation, and the 5-day RSI is still suggesting an ups. Is it continuously upside? Yeah, it's still suggesting some upside right here. So there could be still some juice left over in BRLL, and the upside, we can actually just verify that right now. Just know that I'm not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as a form of entertainment only, as I can't suggest for you to buy or sell any assets. Okay, do your own DD and we'll be fine, you guys. So let's go ahead and take this range here for the Fibonacci so that we can see if we have anything relevant for a top side target. Okay, so if we were to consider a continuation to the upside, we actually, since it is a pretty aggressive upside in the 5-day, between 10 cents, the 10.55 level, and 14.31 could be my top target. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. 10 to 14 cents could be a large resistance range and also a potential short opening range. Okay, so now, yeah, I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off the video. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, I'm going to continue doing more of these freestyle threads so that we can get through these tickers faster. Okay, so with that said, actually, I'll make sure to leave the links in the description below for you to consider joining the ARCa trading community if you want to open up an account with TradingView software, which helps me out a lot. And also, if you want to visit me on Twitter, it's all down there below for your convenience. Okay, so with that said, now, thank you so much, and I wish you all a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.